this. I can watch any game in the league right now on my phone. That's just unreal. I just love what the NBA has done, making the game accessible anywhere.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Ooh, rejected by Doncic. And with MP coming up on free agency in the offseason, this franchise is at a major crossroads.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going to do everything they can to keep him. But in the end, it's MP's call. If he wants a new challenge in a new town, nothing's stopping him.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Pass to Wesley. Here's Johnson. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
Here's Vassell. The Mavs get their last shot to go. To the middle. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And when you think of the time Johnson spent with the U.S. team, I mean, the coaches and players he was around, absolutely huge for this young player and his development.
Johnson was part of that U.S. team that played in 2021. Yeah, what a great experience, Grant.
Oh, B.A., I mean, I can speak in great detail how much you can gain playing for the U.S. team. Johnson continued to grow as a player after that summer and was a great addition to that team as well. I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now here's Vassell. 17 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And on top of everything else, he did a great job of helping control the boards at both ends.
And McGee with the stuff.
That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Vassell outside. Fires the 3. The shot, no good.
Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Here's primetime. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Wesley. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. That one falls. Now another view of that incredible Mobile One drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's primetime. Another one falls for Dallas.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Pass to Wesley. Vassell against Hardaway. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Primetime. The Mavericks leading. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they're loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Here's Wesley, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Johnson with it. Now Doncic defending. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Hardaway's shot is good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for McGee. Robinson comes in for Bullock. Green's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Dinwiddie in for Doncic. Here's Wesley. Here's Sohan. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Powell. Outside Robinson. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Primetime from about 16, and the basket's good off the assist from Dinwiddie. He's got 11.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
San Antonio has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Outside Richardson. Here's Bates Diop, averaging around 6 a game. Pass to Sohan. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Primetime. Outside, Green. Here's Primetime. Oh, did he? He did! He got it to fall!
Right on time.
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's gonna remember that one.
I didn't think that shot had...
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 18. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court for San Antonio.
Thanks, guys. Well, Primetime in their last time out against the Nuggets was lights out. He ended up with 37 points and was on point from deep. Monster production. He was focused. He was relentless. Everyone is still buzzing about it, guys.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Here's Primetime. He had 37 points in the win against Denver.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots. There it is, his first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter, his third of the game.
Back to Richardson. Pass to Wesley. Over Dinwiddie. The shot by Wesley, no good. Dallas has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Here's Primetime. Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Last time they met in San Antonio.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. It can be better to just let it go.
And we've seen the Spurs part ways with some of their best veterans. It really speaks to the talent at the top of the 2023 NBA draft. Savvy organizations like San Antonio will time their rebuilds to the years when the draft boasts some of those elite prospects.
To the inside. Here's Primetime. Pass to Bullock. Lays it up and banks it in. Bullock's got his second bucket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Richardson, the pass to Pirtle. And here's Richardson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Left side Johnson. It's deflected. Doncic up top, guarded by Richardson. And Doncic hammers it home.
That's what happens when you let Doncic get this close, using his vertical to perfection.
Vassell outside. Back to Richardson. Here's the three. Knocks it down from distance.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the half. Pirtle, the pass to Vassell. Here's Johnson. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Bates Diop. He's checked in for San Antonio.
Bates Diop.
1 minute left to play in the first half of basketball. They shoot again. The shot that time not on target, and it's Dallas the other way.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
To the paint. Here's Primetime, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
It's Johnson with a drive. It's rebounded by Primetime.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Primetime. Back to Hardaway. Here's Primetime. The three is up. And the Mavericks, another three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks building a mountain of a lead. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Dallas has gone 6 of 6 from downtown thus far. Doncic and Hardaway Jr. man the backcourt. Then it's Reggie Bullock. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Primetime in at the four-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, Luka Doncic, an all-star from his second season, and every year he's one of the favorites for MVP. But Luka says, quote, I still haven't won anything, so I've got a long way to go. Brian, if you didn't catch it, team success is the metric. He says the key is to win a championship.
Well, he certainly gives him a chance to do just that, Allie. Thank you. Inside. And McGee with the stuff.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Pass to Johnson. Hardaway against Vassell. Up and over Hardaway. Oh, McGee with the block. Here's Primetime. Give him 35. Here's Bullock. Here's Primetime. Boy, you look at his scoring average of 34.5 points a game. Very impressive.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
When Keldon Johnson gets near the rim, he's ready to dunk it home. Defense, better be aware.
Pass to Primetime. Here's Bullock. Lots of room. Another one falls for Dallas.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Vassell outside. Covered by McGee. Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
At the line for the Spurs, Wesley. One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Here's prime time. Up in time. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the...
And so it's Dallas destroying the competition as they end the quarter with a colossal 40-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Keldon Johnson, the assist.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. Keita Bates-Diop out there with Isaiah Roby. Then there's Devin Vassell, then there's Johnson, and it's Primo in a shooting guard. The Spurs making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
Inside. And that one's good. Green.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Pass to Bates-Diop. Here's Primo. Here's Bates-Diop. McDermott outside. Here's Primo. And it's off from three-point range.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's prime time. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. A different look for San Antonio. Collins comes in for Bates-Diop, and Richardson subbed in for Vassell. And in this era, we see some stars asking out, saying we don't have enough to win. Smitty, that's not the old school approach, is it?
It's not, BA, but what I would tell you now was totally different than the past. With the length of contract, you have players now and teams have the option after 1, 2, or 3 years, so it definitely will be a lot of movement.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Pass to Primo. To the middle. Here's Roby. To stop the run. It's rebounded by Kleber. Kleber's got 4 rebounds now. Here's primetime. Collins defending. Robinson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Outside Richardson to the left side wing. Here's Primo. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Pass to Green. Here's primetime. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Richardson, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Back to Kleba. Pass to Primetime.
2 minutes remaining.
Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes.
Now here's Robinson. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Here's Primo. Green covering. Here's Primo. On the wing, Richardson. Spurs need to get one up here. And stolen by Green. Here's Ntilikina. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
They look to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And all year, this squad has been playing with real urgency and determination. No surprise to see them hit 61 total wins.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Primetime.
An all-around dominant performance. Only certain guys can do this. Complete control, 3 phases of the game. Congrats, a triple-double.
To the paint. Here's Primo. Green covering. Pass to Roby. To stop the drought. No good on the shot.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Primo. Back to Roby. The kick out to Richardson. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Primetime. Another bucket! Wow!